Hi everyone, you are watching Math Tech 15. In this video, I am sharing 8 marks question from the probability and statistics. What is an event? Explain the types of events and operation on events with example. We need to here write the definition of the event and the types of the events and operation on the events for the 8 marks. The definition of event is here. An event is a subset of a sample space that consists of one or more outcomes of a random experiment. For example, here, if a die is thrown, then what is the sample space here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then event A is here getting an even number, that is 2, 4, 6. Here 2, 4, 6 is the subset of the sample space. The event A is tells us it is a subset of the sample space. Types of events here. The first one will come null event. Null event means is an event consists of no outcomes at all. Such an event is called as impossible to occur. It is denoted by the symbol phi. For example, here, if a die is thrown, then the possible outcomes here, the sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you take the event as a getting a 7 number, it's not possible because the die has the only 6 faces. The number is denoted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. So it's a impossible event, that is called as the null event. Next one is the sure event. Sure event means a sure event is an event that contains all the outcomes of the sample space. It contains all the outcomes. This means the event bounded to happen cannot be avoided. Sure event means when a die is thrown, the event getting the number between 1 and 6. All the numbers will come from sample space. It contains all the outcomes of the sample space. Otherwise, you can tell it as the sure event is equals to the sample space also. And the probability is always here 1. Next is the simple and elementary event. A simple event is one that consists of only one single outcome, that is called as the simple or elementary event. For example, if a die is thrown getting a 4 is called as the here only one outcome is coming, that is 4. That is called as the simple or elementary event. Next is the compound event. A compound event is one that consists of more than one outcome of the sample space. It is opposite to the simple event. So compound event means it contains more than one outcome. So for example, getting an even number 2, 4, 6. Here how many events here? 3 events. So 3 outcomes. So it is the reverse of the simple event. Next is the sub event. An event B is said to be a sub-event of another event A if every outcome of B is also an outcome of A. In other words, B is contained inside A. Here, if a die is thrown, what is the sample space here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Event A we took here getting an even number, that is 2, 4, 6. Let B be the event here getting an even number less than 5, 2, 4. The 2, 4, it is a subset of the A event. So B is called as the sub-event of A. Here B is called as the sub-event of A. Understood? Next one is the mutually exclusive event. The two events are mutually exclusive if they cannot occur at the same time. If one event happens, the other automatically ruled out. That is called as the mutually exclusive event. Example here, when a die is thrown, event A is the sum of the number is 7 and the event B is the sum of the number is here 11. The two events are mutually exclusive because the sum of the two dice cannot be 7 and 11 at the same time. Otherwise, you can take example as a event A, both head is coming. Otherwise, event B, both tails are coming. So, both the events are not same, they are disjoint. Then it is called as the mutually exclusive events. Mutually exhaustive events. The events are exhaustive if they together cover the entire sample space. In other words, all the possible outcomes are included in the collection of these events. That meaning if you event A and event B union, it should come the sample space. For example, here a die is thrown, the sample space is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Event A is getting here even number and event B is getting an odd number. The union of these two events will come here the sample space only. Then it is called as the mutually exhaustive event. Exclusive means the intersection should be null set. Next here, equally likely events. The events are equally likely if each of them has the same chance of occurrence. In other words, equally likely events are such that none of them is greater chance of occurrence than the other. This condition usually applies to fair games of the chance such as coin, dice and cards here. For example, here throwing a fair die, then what is the sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Event A we took here getting a 3. Event B here took here getting a 5. What is the probability of A? That is the 1 by 6. Getting a 3 is only 1, 3, and getting a 5 is also only one outcome, that is 1 by 6. Both have the same chance, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. But then so A and B are called here equally likely. Both are different event, but probability here getting the same chance. Then it is called as the equally likely events. Next is the independent events. The two events are said to be independent if the occurrence of one does not influence or change the probability of the other. Each event happens on its own. Okay, the probability of one event does not influence the change of the probability of the other one. It is called as the independent. For example, here when we tossing the two coins, the event A is here, the first coin shows the head, and event B here, the second coin shows the tail. These two events are independent because the result of the first coin does not affect the result of the second coin. If the result of the first event does not affecting on the result of the second event, means that are called as the independent events. Dependent events, that is the opposite of independent. The two events are said to be dependent if the occurrence of one event affects or changes the probability of the other. In such a case, the events are not independent because of the result of the first influences the result of the next. Here the first result is change or effect on the second, then it is called as the dependent event. Example here, drawing two cards without replacement. Without replacement, dependent events will always come as the without replacement only. Event A, drawing ace on the first card, and event B, drawing ace on the second draw. So here how many possibilities we have for drawing the first card here? We have totally 52 cards. The ace in the 52 deck means that is the 4. That will come 4 by 52. Without replacement, again the event B is also drawing ace on the second draw, means it will 1 we already drawn, that then it will come as the 3 by 52 because 1 already we drawn na? So it will come 3 by 52. That is called as this effect. The event B is effects on the, and the event A is effects on event B. So it is called as the dependent events. So next is the operation with the events. Since the events are the subset of the sample space, the operations, the set theory such a union, intersection, complement and difference can be applied to them. These operations help us to combine and separate the events to study their relationship here. So what the first one is the complement of an event. The complement of event A is the event A does not occur. It includes all the outcomes in the sample space except here those in A. The complement of A is denoted by A dash, otherwise the A bar. For example, here the sample, when a die is thrown, what is the sample space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Event A is here getting an even number, that is 2, 4, 6. Then A dash, the complement of that event is equals to, we have to take all the outcomes except from the event A. So you have to delete 2, 4, 6 and you take the remaining outcomes, that is 1, 3, 5. This is called as the complement of an event. Next is the union of event. It is same as in the set theories. Okay, you know about the how to find out union and intersection, the same thing. Union of events. The union of the two or more events refers to the events that occurs if either of any events occurs. The union of two events A and B is the event that either A occur or B occurs or both occurs. The union of events A and B is denoted by A union B. You have to take from all the elements from the A and all the elements from the B, and which are the common you should take, that is the single time. Don't write in a repeat 2 times. For example, here, while 2 coins are simultaneously tossed here, then what is the sample space? It will come the 4, that is HH, HT, TH and TT. Here the A event is the only both have the head, and the B is the both are the tail here. So union is here HH and TT. That is called as the union of the 2 events. You are doing the union. Next is the intersection of the events. The intersection of the 2 or more events refers to the event that occurs if all of the events occur simultaneously. That is, let's say we have the 2 events A and B, then the intersection of A and B represents the event that occurs if both A and B occurs. The intersection of event A and B is denoted by A intersection B. It should be in the event A and it should be in the event B. Then only A intersection B will. For example, here, while the tossing the 2 coins, the event we have taken here, both should be come same. That is HH, TT. And at least one head, that let B be the event of at least one head, means that is the outcomes HH, HT, TH. The 2 events. Then their intersection means here, that is the common in both the events, that is HH. That is the intersection of the events. Next is the difference events. Difference of events. Difference of events are the 2 events A and B refers to the event that occur if A happens but B does not happen. In other words, it includes all the outcomes that are in A but not in B. The difference of the events A and B is denoted by A minus B. A minus B we wrote means we have to write all the outcomes of A but not in B. Okay, take one example given here. E1 equals to here event, any one event here, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and event E2 is here 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. How to write E1 minus E2 means you have to write all the elements of E1. If it is repeated in the E2, you have to just delete that one. 3, 4 is in the event E2, you have to delete that one. Remaining you have to write 2, 5, 6. Hope all of you understood this one. Share the videos to your friends, and if you have any doubts and any queries, please comment in the comment section. Please subscribe the channel and like the videos. Thank you.